A few things in life are more painful than being two-timed by a loved one, but it is possible to find forgiveness and move on. We have tips on how to bounce back after betrayal.
Betrayal is heart-wrenching, and we've all been through it.
I am LeTisha Jackson, the author of the recently released memoir, Woman to Woman, Letters from Wives to Mistresses.
That's right, our girl LeTisha was betrayed big time. And not just by your husband, but also by the other woman.
He had a whole other life with his mistress.
So she decided to turn her pain into print to help others.
The overall concept of my book really is to strengthen our sisterhood by healing these fractures, having these honest conversations about the ways that we hurt and betray one another.
So she has tips on how to pick yourself up and dust yourself off after you've been betrayed. First, be strong, and you get to decide what strength means to you.
We're taught that crying and maybe screaming, even breaking things are kind of signs of weaknesses, but I actually found that crying was very cleansing. Screaming was incredibly cathartic, and the personal things that I chose to break helped to lessen my anger. Do those things that make you feel empowered at the moment, within reason, of course.
Don't get yourself into trouble, but let it out. Next, LeTisha says don't rush the healing process.
There is no recovery time. It's each individual person. What happened with my ex-husband and his mistress was years and years ago, but I didn't get fully healed really until I started writing the book again. That helped me to really make some positive changes in myself. I know what I will never, ever, ever put up with from anyone ever again.
Finally, forgiveness is your own journey.
I do admire people that can forgive, even in the midst of the storm. They're like, I forgive you. I release you from this. I think that's beautiful. It just didn't work out that way for me because I needed to know he at least had some regret about what he had done to me as his wife.
LeTisha says forgiveness after betrayal comes easier when there's accountability from the other person, which for her didn't come right away.
In order to be forgiven, you had to show remorse, you had to be sorrowful, and you had to have turned around from the bad behavior. Years later, he did finally apologize, and that did help with the healing.
The steps to bouncing back after betrayal.